financing activities, no workings will be required. Directly we have to make the statement only. So, what all are the inflows? Understand it. In the beginning, I made you write operating means related to business activities, investing related to fixed assets, non-current assets, as we have seen also in the previous questions, and financing related to borrowing and repayment of money. So, where all do you borrow the money, get the money? Issue of shares. When you issue the shares, do you receive money against that or not? So one inflow is, you can keep writing along with me, issue of shares. Just now, therefore, in investing questions, this issue of shares we had written no effect, because that does not affect investing activity, that affects financing activity. Okay. Then issue of debentures. Shares means equity as well as preference. Okay, then issue of debentures also you get the money. Then borrowing of loan. And if you remember, yesterday in operating activities we had done one that long question, balance sheet question. In that bank overdraft also I told you will not affect operating activity. Because even if it is for current liability, but it is borrowing and repaying of money. So even that borrowing of bank overdraft, though it comes in current liabilities, but it will affect financing activities. Is everyone clear with it? Any confusions with it? Only 4 inflows and related outflows. Redemption of preference shares. Equity shares cannot be repaid the money until the company goes into liquidation. So I am not writing only shares. Redemption of preference shares is only possible. Okay? Then same way, against issue of debentures you will have redemption of debentures, repayment. Redemption means repayment. Okay? Then against borrowing of loan, repayment of loan. Then against borrowing of bank overdraft, repayment of bank overdraft. And other than that, interest paid, interest you pay on borrowing of loans, etc., debentures, etc. So interest paid is financing activities outflow, and dividend you pay to the shareholders, that is also financing activity. Like I told you, in investing activity, when you make full cash flow statement, those interest, dividend and rent would have 2 effects. One is O minus, and second you will also take it in investing I plus. Same way, these 2 things will also have 2 effects. Where do we take interest paid and dividend paid in operating? O plus, non-operating expenses, because they are finance expenses. And you also take it in F minus. So when we make full cash flow statement, then these 2 things would have 2 effects. Is everyone also clear with it? Anyone having any doubt in this? So, exercise will do and illustrations will be your homework. Question number 20. Page 287. Yes, clear and from the following information, calculate cash flows from financing activities. Purchase of land, no effect, it comes in investing activities. Equity shares issued, F plus. Issue of shares is now inflow of financing activities, F plus. Redemption of preference shares, F minus. Redemption of debentures, F minus. Borrowed bank loan, F plus. Debenture interest paid, F minus. Dividend paid, F minus. Dividend interest received, I plus. It will have no effect. dividend and interest you receive on investments. That is investing activities inflow. It will have no effect. Okay? It's not that dividend paid F minus dividend received F plus. No. Sale of furniture, no effect. Purchase of machine, no effect. It affects which activities? Investing activities. Interest received on investments, no effect. That is also investing. Paid for patents, no effect. That is also investing. Understood this? Make the format. Same like investing activities format. Name is not given. Now statement showing cash flows from financing activities. Out of all the three, financing will be the easiest because no workings are needed. Directly you make the statement and write inflows and outflows. So for 4 marks, this would be the easiest question possible in exam. Yes, I am starting now. Be attentive. Complete silence. First, we will take F plus items. So inflows, issue of equity shares, 1,45,000. Then borrowed bank loan. Yes, Shivang, what happened? Borrowed bank loan, 90,000. Anything else marked as F plus? So 2,35,000 less outflows, redemption of preference shares, 60,000. Redemption of debentures, debenture interest paid, 6,000. Dividend paid, 8,000. Anything else marked as F minus? So 60, 130, 144. 1,44,000 if you minus, then 91,000. That is cash flows from financing. So did everyone understand this? Any doubts with it? Question 21. Do the markings on your own. I give you 2 minutes, then I discuss. Question 21. Do the markings on your own first. Means try to analyze on your own. Is it issue or redemption? Then I'll discuss it. Compare the two amounts and get the difference, okay? Do the markings. Done the markings, everyone? Okay. Check it up now, everyone. Be attentive. See, 10% debentures. But they'll be attentive now. 10% debentures, opening balance 1,95,000, closing 245. Means there is issue of debentures of 50,000. F plus. Who all have marked it as F minus? Equity share capital, opening balance 250, closing 345. Means there is issue of shares of 95,000. F plus. 12% debentures, closing balance, opening 150, closing balance 1 lakh. Means we have redeemed the debentures of 50,000. F minus. Preference share capital, opening balance 1 lakh, closing balance 80,000. Means we have again redeemed the debentures of 20,000, preference shares of 20,000. F minus. And bank overdraft 68 and 45 means we have repaid the bank overdraft of 23,000. So F minus. Who could get all the markings correct up till here? Very good. Now debenture interest paid, F minus. Paid 22,000 for equity share dividend and preference share dividend, F minus. And lastly, make the correction, paid interest on bank overdraft, 4,000. That is also F minus. Is everyone clear with it? So make the format 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, now silence everyone. Kailash, First we'll take inflows. Only 10% debenture. Issue of 10% debentures. Yes, 245 minus 195. 50,000. Issue of equity shares 3,45,000 minus 250, 95,000. That's it. No other item is marked as F plus. So 1,45,000 are inflows. Less outflows. Whose mobile is it? Less outflows. Just switch it off now, okay? Krishna? Yes, silence now. Redemption of 12% debentures. Yes, 50,000. 1,50,000 minus 1 lakh, that is 50,000. Redemption of preference share capital. Repayment, don't write redemption of overdraft, okay? Repayment of bank overdraft. 68,000 minus 45,000. 23,000. Then debenture interest paid. 12,000. Equity and preference dividend paid. 5791, 129. 1,31,000. 14,000 is cash flows from financing activities. So everyone is clear with this? Any confusions? Now, last question of the chapter. Yes, one is to be done. Be attentive now. We'll take up one full-fledged question, which will have operating activity also, investing also, financing also. Okay? So, last second illustration. Illustration 15. 14 is your homework, that is based on financing activities. And illustration 16 is out of syllabus. If you see the note before illustration 16 on page 279, you will find that special note. To provide comprehensive information of cash flow statement to the students, illustration number 16 is given, where all the three activities are covered, but this kind of questions are not expected in exams. However, in illustration 15 also all the three activities are covered, but any such note is not mentioned. And it is a small and simple question only. So, look at illustration 15 everyone. First we'll do the markings. Now every marking will be done. Even if it affects O, even if it affects I, even if it affects F. And all the three you will make in one statement only. We don't have to make three statements. And this is the main cash flow statement. Up till now you have been studying the three parts of cash flow statements. Now it is a full-fledged cash flow statement. Okay? Following are the balance sheets as at 31/3/16 and 31/3/17 of Dawood Company Limited. Prepare cash flow statement. Equity and liabilities, shareholders funds, share capital. Notice opening balance 18 lakhs, closing means we have issued shares of 2 lakhs, F plus. Any doubt with this? Reserves and surplus, O STPT. Operating activities starting point, if you remember, I told you either you start with closing balance of P&L minus opening balance of P&L or reserves and surplus. Here P&L is separately not given, so we'll start with reserves and surplus. Non-current liabilities. Now first of all, debentures. Closing, opening is 7, closing is 5 lakhs, means we have redeemed debentures of 2 lakhs. Mark it as F minus. Further, below the table, below the balance sheet, debentures are redeemed at the circle beginning of the year. Yesterday what shortcut did I tell you? Opposite. If it comes beginning, then count interest on closing figure. In bracket write count interest on closing. Beginning of the year means you will count interest on closing. So this 10% you will count on which amount? 5 lakhs. Against debentures itself write interest on 5 lakhs, O plus and F minus. Two effects. I discussed with you that these two items will have two effects. You'll add it in O plus as a non-operating expense, as well as you'll show it in financing activities outflow. Did you understand this? Current liabilities marked as CL. What relation? Direct relation. 3 lakhs and 4 lakhs, it's increasing, so O plus. Now fixed assets, tangible, land and building. What is opening? 20. Closing? 22, means there is purchase of land and building of 2 lakhs. I minus investing activities outflow. Patents, 6 lakhs and 6 lakhs is same, so no effect. Current assets, market as CA, it's excluding cash. What is opening? Closing? Current assets have what relation? Inverse. It's increasing, so O minus. And cash and cash equivalents, write it as ANS. Answer. How much is opening cash? Closing? How much it is increasing by? 50,000. From this statement, you will get the explanation, reasons why the cash is increasing by 50,000. That's why it is called cash flow statement. Statement showing changes in cash and cash equivalents. So how the cash is increasing by 50,000 will be explained by this complete cash flow statement. So this question actually makes the concept of cash flow statement clear. Did you understand this, everyone? So last question of the chapter, make the format. Make one full page format now. All the activities are here. Now don't write statement showing. You'll straight away write cash flow statement. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Complete silence now. Be attentive. First, we will find cash flows from operating activities. So, closing balance of reserves and surplus 7,50,000 less opening balance of reserves and surplus 5 lakhs, 2,50,000 is net profit. Now, in that we add non-cash and non-operating expenses. Only one thing other than CA and CL items. You have only one thing other than CA and CL items, the interest on debenture, that's it. See in the question, O plus marked items. Other than CA and CL, you have only one thing, interest on debentures. Do you find it or not?
Yes.
So, interest on debentures, and there we discussed that below the balance sheet it's given beginning of the year, so we will count it on closing balance. That is 5 lakhs into 10% debentures means rate of interest is 10%. Only one amount, so directly outer column 50,000. 3 lakhs. Anything marked as O minus other than CA and CL? No. So this itself is before changes in working capital. Operating profit before changes in working capital. Now we have to take CA and CL items. So anywhere marked as O plus, in CL we have marked as O plus. So add increase in current liabilities 1 lakh. Okay, from 3 lakhs to 4 lakhs means 1 lakh. Total 4 lakhs less. That current assets we have marked as O minus. Increase in current assets. Six lakhs to 1 lakh means again 1 lakh. 4 lakhs minus 1 lakh, 3 lakhs. Do you have tax paid? So this itself is your answer, A. Cash flows from operating activities. Understood this, everyone? Anyone having any doubt in this? This itself is cash flows from operating activities. There is no tax paid given in the question. Now in the same statement below that you will continue. Cash flows from investing activities. I marked items. Anything marked as I plus? Yes or no? No. I minus? Yes, only outflows are there. Inflows are not there. In that also only one item. Purchase of land and building. I told you it's a very small question. One item, two items are only there. 20 lakhs to 22 lakhs means 2 lakhs directly in outer column. An outflow means minus 2 lakhs is B. Cash flows from investing activities. Understood this, everyone? Okay. And C is cash flows from financing activities. First, inflows. Issue of shares. Only one is there, so directly outer column 2 lakhs. Then outflows. Redemption of debentures. Seven lakhs to 5 lakhs means 2 lakhs. 2 are there, so inner column. And interest paid on debentures. So that we have to count on closing balance 5 lakhs 10%. 50,000. Interest will have two effects, okay? One we have added as non-operating expense in operating, and also it comes in financing activities outflow. So 2,50,000 are total outflows. Minus 50,000. That is C. Cash flows from financing activities. Okay. Now, if we do A plus B plus C, okay, do it 3 lakhs minus 2 lakhs minus 50,000. Do you get 50,000? Is that the change in cash or not? So you'll call it as increase in cash and cash equivalents. And if it's negative, then decrease. A plus B plus C. That comes to 50. So these are the reasons how the cash is increasing by 50,000, because it's increasing by 3 lakhs due to operating activities. It is decreasing by 2 lakhs due to investing activities, and it's decreasing by 50,000 due to financing activities. Okay. In that you add opening balance of cash and cash equivalents, that is 1 lakh, and your answer comes 1,50,000. Closing balance of cash and cash equivalents. So this is how we make full-fledged cash flow statement. Did you understand this? And with this, the syllabus of accounts is okay. I committed to you that I'll finish the syllabus of accounts in December, and एक बार मैंने commitment कर दी. मैं आपकी नहीं सुनता. Okay. But accounts syllabus is over because of your cooperation also. Because you have been sitting for 2